This is a question set from the problem set of demand. The question says the following. Jen has fallen on hard times. His income is $400, spending $200 on food and remaining on all other goods. However, he gets a social allowance in the form of 10 food stamps per week. The coupons can be exchanged for $10 worth of food. And he only has to pay $5 for such coupons. Now, this says the following. A. Show budget line with food stamp. B. Show budget line without food stamp. C. If Jen has homothetic preferences, how much food will he buy when he receives the food stamps? Okay, these are the parts to the questions that we have. Now, let us try and see what happens. I look part B first, because as long as I don't draw the budget line without food stamp, I cannot draw it with food stamp, right? So I'm going to draw the budget line without food stamp. If there is no food stamp program, then he has a total income of 400, right? Now, whether he spends 200 on food and other on others, this is something which comes out of his preferences, right? But preferences has got nothing to do with budget. So when I talk about my budget line, my budget line will be Px into X plus Py into Y is equal to M. Px into X plus Py into Y is equal to 400. Px into X is 200. This is what is given to me, that the expenditure on, so X is food, Y is other commodities. So this tells me that the expenditure on food is 200 and other commodities expenditure is also 200, which is fine to me, right? It doesn't really matter to me. But what matters to me is that the budget line can be written like this. with the slope of the budget line as px by py. This is all that matters to me here at this point of time. So, if I have to draw the budget line, one of the combination is 200 cross comma 200. And, because this is kind of a numeraire good, I can also take that the money, the price of good Y is 1 because it's a numeraire good. I'm spending all other amount on the other good. But, that is not really required in my case. I will simply draw a budget line. And I can simply state that this is good X, which is nothing but food. This is good Y, which is nothing but all other goods. And now, if I want, I can definitely spend all my income on food. Nobody is stopping me from doing that. And if I want, I can spend all my income on other goods. Nobody is stopping me from doing that too. And if I join this line, this is my budget line. Right? This is what my budget line would look like, to be precise. So, nobody is stopping you from having this as your budget line. But the point is, this is also fine where you spend, you're not getting 200 units of the food, but this is also fine where you kind of spend 200 on food and 200 on the other goods. So, it's like saying that wherever this is meeting, at this equilibrium, you're consuming certain amount of food and certain amount of other commodities, but the money that you're spending on food, that is 200, and the money that you're spending on the other commodities, that is also 200. You're spending equal amounts. Now, this is not required. Just remember, they're just asking you to plot the budget line. And the budget line is always plotted by putting M by Px and M by Py. Right? And I am able to put here 400 and 400 only by assuming that Px is equal to Py is equal to 1. Something which is not given to me as part of this question. They haven't really told me that. But I'm just assuming that Px is equal to Py is equal to 400. So M by Px is 400, M by Py is 400. And if that is the case, then Px and Py would become 1 here also. So ideally, in that case, then I will have 200 and 200 here as one of the coordinates or one of the points. So this as a point is possible, but any other point is also possible. These are all the points that are possible for us. This is also possible. This is also possible. All these points are possible points, right? All right. So this is the budget line without the food stamp program. And without any food stamp program, you can spend all your income on good X. So your 400 bucks goes to food. Alternatively, you can spend all your income on good Y, and your 400 bucks goes to all other commodities. Fine. Now, for the next part, it asks us to plot what happens if in fact we have in place the food stamp program. So we'll discuss this in the next video. To get access to all the videos, you can download the app ArthaPoint from the Play Store and refer to the microeconomics folder in that. Thank you.